Siple. Been here since 2013. This was my first challenge. I think the other challenges I would say was starting CrossFit, so I'm going to say 2.
2. All right.
A lot of stomach problems. I had a Prilosec. I took it every day, and that was one of the big reasons I wanted to see what this challenge would do for me. I wanted to see how it would develop my body, how it would change nutritionally if I could get rid of taking that Prilosec every day. And I noticed a lot of big changes because of that. And as I went through the challenge, I got better each day. I could cut down on my Prilosec from taking it every day. The heartburn went away. And that's one big reason why I stayed with it, why I kept doing it. It felt amazing. And it's kind of one of the big driving forces of why I did it. And I'm glad I tried. Things I took away from it were the different aspects each week. So we would build up. One was water, half of your ounces of water and body weight. Then it was veggies the next week, and then it was meditation. So you built up to these different challenges, and you kept notes, and you checked yourself each day, which was huge for me because I needed something that each night I had to check in on, or the next morning. And that was the biggest thing. It was really structured well, and I think that I needed that in this type of challenge because I would have fell off if I didn't have it. If someone would have just said, hey, 6 weeks, you need to perform this way, and the structure of it said, no, you got to do this each day, and that really helped me stick with it. And it also shows you the changes that you make each week. I started feeling better. I started feeling, as I did the veggies, I didn't eat hardly veggies. I did before, but not in the amount that I did now. And I noticed that as each week progressed, you would do the water, and then you would add the veggies, and then everything kind of bunched together at the end. You're like, holy cow, I'm doing all these things, and I had no idea I was doing all of them. And it's kind of amazing how it's structured, that if someone would have told me in 6 weeks you need to be at this point, I would have said there's no way. But the structure really, really developed that, and that's one big thing that I like. I think the next biggest thing that I enjoyed was the fact that I had a bunch of other people doing it with me. That really helped. We had a little community going, everybody was talking and going about it, and I never really knew where I stood, but I knew that everyone else was probably in the same boat, so just stick with it, see where I ended up. And it was eye-opening to see the changes each week, and obviously I think I lost 20 pounds total, and that wasn't my goal during the challenge, but it kind of developed that way from the different stages that you did each week, and it was amazing the amount of mind and nutrition, how it just kind of made you feel better at each week and each step that you took. I was like, there's no way, because I had missed a few things, and I think that's what's so cool about the challenge is that, yeah, you can have that cheat meal and you might take some points for that day. It's not oh, I failed the entire day. You know, you didn't fail. And that's kind of what I was scared of before I signed up for a S.MERF challenge or any nutrition challenge. Was I felt like if I did one bad thing for that day, I just failed the entire day. Well, that's not true the way that it's set up. Biggest thing that I carried over from the challenge was definitely my eating and water intake. So I think when I finished, the water I kept doing. I wouldn't do as much. I didn't do half my body weight in ounces of water, but I kept doing veggies. I would do, and that was the biggest one. Veggies for me really helped me see that in the morning, like I would do my normal shake. I would do spinach and kale and everything. I would get that all together. I've continued to do that, and I feel amazing. And that's the biggest reason why I keep doing that is my recovery time. I was terrible at recovery, and any guy that does this will really see the benefit of the recovery time. I didn't care about the weight. If I lost weight, it happened, but the recovery time from that day where I would eat those veggies and my nutrition would get better, I would wake up the next morning and I would do this. I was only doing 2 to 3 days a week in here, and I would feel tired or sore or slow on the days when I would do 3, and then that Thursday I would be like, man, I'm dogging. But the way I ate, and I think it's because of that veggie regimen I was on in the challenge, it showed me that my body was feeling better the next day. I recovered so much faster and felt great, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I kept that from the challenge. I tied for first, and I do remember a couple weeks, or maybe it was a week before, Jackie had put the standings up, and I was shocked. I was like, "There's no way."